Today, I want to answer a question I've been thinking about recently. Why do people care so much about their own health, but not the planet's? The health movement has really taken off since 2020. Where I live in the United States, it's been an 180-degree turn from the culture I've known all my life, especially when it comes to food. The vibe was like, eat whatever you want, it can be processed, as long as it's convenient, fast, easy to prep. If it's on a shelf, it's fine. Then COVID-19 happened, and suddenly health became urgent. It wasn't just trendy to be healthy, it felt essential. Lockdowns forced people to pay attention to how they felt, mentally and physically. Everyone was suddenly focusing on clean eating, mindfulness, supplements, and self-care. The internet exploded with wellness content. Every day on Instagram, I had creators telling me what diet to try, what vitamin I was missing, how to sleep better, and how to get more sunlight. As the wellness content exploded, so did the wellness industry. According to McKinsey & Company, the global wellness market was valued at approximately $1.5 trillion in 2021, but by 2024, it expanded to $1.8 trillion. That's a 20% increase. Now, for the first time in recent history, healthy diets, therapy, meditation, they're no longer niche, they're mainstream. But I'm not seeing the same cultural shift when it comes to preserving the environment. Even though the pandemic overlapped with multiple major climate events, it didn't spark the same widespread action. Why are we putting so much effort into keeping ourselves alive while we watch the planet we live on die? I did a lot of thinking about it, and here are 5 reasons why I think that is. Number 1, health is personal. When you get sick, you physically feel it in your body immediately. But environmental issues aren't as tangible. You don't feel them physically in your body or even see them every day. They feel more distant and abstract. Even if someone has awareness, it can feel like it's such a systematic problem that one person can't solve it. With health, it feels like you can change your life through eating well, working out, etc. But with climate change, one person's actions don't have as much power. So people just disconnect and don't do anything. Number 2, wellness sells. The wellness industry is a massive moneymaker. There's always something to buy, whether it's supplements, online courses, retreats, or skincare. Sustainability, on the other hand, asks people to buy less, reuse, and repair. And that attitude doesn't fit into our profit-driven system. Number 3, self-help aligns with individualism. In Western culture, we're obsessed with self-reliance and personal achievement. But being sustainable requires us to think outside of ourselves and think about how we're going to impact other people and future generations. And that can be a hard adjustment to start caring about things that we're not personally experiencing. Number 4, health makes you feel good. Sustainability makes you feel guilty. The wellness world's message is, take care of yourself, you deserve it. Then there's the sustainability message, which can sound like, hey, you're destroying the planet with your plastic, you're a polluting piece of trash, like, you should just stop existing, you know? The guilt can push people into shame or paralysis, even though that's not the intention. Number 5, health has a clear playbook, but sustainability doesn't. There's so many different suggestions to be healthy nowadays, but at least there's direction. Eat a variety of whole foods, take your probiotics, move your body every day. Like, you're in a good place if you do those things. With sustainability, the advice can be confusing or even conflicting. Should I buy a used gas car or a new electric car? People get overwhelmed from all the mixed messages and just tune out. So what I'm arguing for today is to take the same self-help, self-care mentality and apply it to sustainability. The truth is, our planet's well-being is personal. We just don't feel it because we're disconnected. If you had to walk on the beach every day and see plastic lining the shore, if you swam through bleached coral reefs, you'd feel the difference and you'd start to change. If you care about clean air for your kids to breathe, you care about sustainability. If you want to reduce landfill waste, you care about sustainability. You just might not label it that yet. Now let's talk about capitalism. There is no capitalism with no natural resources. You can't grow food, manufacture products, or run global supply chains if those resources disappear. Scientists are warning that without change, we're on track for serious shortages. Clean water, critical minerals, food, and reliable energy are all things that can start to go scarce. So yes, sustainability will disrupt the current system because the way that capitalism exists right now, relying on endless extraction, infinite growth, and disposable everything, that can't continue on a planet that has limits. It's a model that's already breaking. That's why people call it end-stage capitalism. We can either evolve this system to make it sustainable, or it's going to collapse. Also, just because climate change isn't affecting you personally right now, it's going to affect you eventually, and it's already affecting other people. In 2030, global freshwater demand is expected to exceed supply by 40%, leading to water shortages, water rationing, and increased utility costs. By 2050, climate change could displace up to 216 million people, not across borders, but within their own countries. These people will be forced to move because of rising sea levels, fires, and other natural disasters. California is already seeing this. Entire communities have had to relocate because of recent wildfires. Are they sparked mostly by human activity like downed power lines? Yes. Are they exacerbated by issues like poor water infrastructure? Yes. But what turns them into massive disasters is climate change. They're experiencing droughts, which lead to drier landscapes and longer fire seasons. Hearing stats like the ones I just mentioned make people feel judged or helpless, and it can make you just want to shut down. But living sustainably can make you feel empowered and pull past those feelings. Instead of thinking we're all doing everything wrong, the world's over, there's nothing I can do, stop that mentality and think to yourself, what's one thing that I can do right now to make a difference? And I get the issues with the conflicting messaging. Even in the health industry, I've kind of had to dig around to find like core things that actually make a difference in my health. So I'm going to give you 3 things that I really feel are like strong places to start to live sustainably. And buckle up because I'm going to say some wild things. Number 1, eat more plants and less meat. There's no debate that the meat industry is really bad for the environment. Unless we all start eating meats that are like grown in a lab, I don't really see long-term us being able to keep up our current meat production without seriously damaging the planet in a way that we don't want to. Try 2 meals a day, vegan, vegetarian, and then 1 meal a day meat. If you can even take it down less, great. Number 2, reduce your waste as much as possible. Stop wasting food, stop wasting water, fix things when they break, just waste as little as you can. Number 3, don't buy things unless you need them. I think jewelry is a great example of this. The amount of damage that it does to the planet to pull gold and diamonds and like the things that we need to make jewelry out of the earth isn't worth having something pretty on your wrist. Buying secondhand jewelry can make a big difference. And again, this is not about perfection or like heavy like pressure or guilt. It's just about changing behavior that can make a difference to benefit yourself and everyone. So I think mainstream society has unfortunately detached itself from climate change. It's like we watched An Inconvenient Truth and just said, oh, that's concerning, and then we moved on with our lives. What I'm asking is for us to reattach to the issue, to accept it as a reality and realize that we can overcome it. There's a lot of damage that's already been done, and we can't undo that, but we can stop further damage from happening that would make the planet unlivable. And I know that feels like a scary thought, but don't get paralyzed. Just see the issue for what it is and then take action. And that'll make you feel better than just freezing up and glossing over. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Sorry I had to be preachy. It's kind of hard to talk about these things and like not sound preachy, but that's not my intention. I'm just like, this is the reality that I've come to, and I don't see how you could come to any other reality. I'm always constantly confused on why our decision makers, policy makers aren't making every decision based on this reality, but they're not. And so it's important for normal people like you and me to accept the reality so we can push for change and make changes ourselves. So that's the end of my soapbox. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I like making videos about sustainability for some reason. It's sometimes it's fun and uplifting. This week suddenly it became a little more dry, but that's okay. Look forward to talking more about this issue with you in the comments. Let me know what you think. Is there anything that I should cover in the future? And I will see you later. Bye.